welcome to the Growing Green Landscapes Podcast with Jeremiah Jennings. While still in his early 20s, Jeremiah already runs a successful six-figure lawn maintenance company. Listen in as he and his guests share the things that have brought them success that can help you in your business. As a young entrepreneur in the green industry, Jeremiah emphasizes the tips and tricks involved in running a lawn maintenance business while discussing the principles applying to all small businesses. If you're wanting to grow, become profitable and professional, you're in the right place. And now, here's your host, Jeremiah Jennings.
What's going on, everybody? Thanks for tuning in to another episode today here on the Growing Green Podcast. This is your host, Jeremiah Jennings, and it is a joy and an honor to be coming to you today with another fresh new episode for your Wednesday. We are coming to you live. I mean, it's obviously recorded, but where we are recording is from the coast, the West Coast, heading up the coastline into San Francisco. Just went through the little town of, Half Moon Bay. And when I say we have Savannah with us on the podcast today.
Yes, hi.
Are you excited to be here?
Absolutely.
We did this before we pressed record. She was like, I only speak when spoken to. And that is not what you got to do on the podcast. If you're going to join the show, you got to learn to butt in and just take it away whenever you feel like it. So, wanted to do a little road show while we were driving up the coast. We've been driving for like 5 hours now. We don't have too much left. But
we probably should have started earlier, but we kept missing chances to pull off the road. We think, we'll stop at the next one, and then it would be like 40 miles to the next stop. We were like, oh my gosh.
Yeah, literally. We would go so I guess a little backstory of where we're at. If you've been following along on Instagram, you've seen I've tried to do a little bit on Instagram. I hadn't done too much, but hopefully now that we're in San Francisco, I'll do a little more. We're doing to Alcatraz, but took a little family trip, started in Los Angeles on Saturday and flew out full travel day, started in Los Angeles. Sunday went to Disneyland and saw the old famous mouse out there. And I know everybody's got a different view on Disney right now, but this trip was planned and paid for before all that happened. So before all that came out, so we stuck it out, and it is a really cool place. It's almost you just got to come for the experience.
Yeah.
Just say you've come.
It's people that have done I have done Disney World the majority of my life. Neither of us have been to Disneyland. It's a little underwhelming, but
yeah, that's where I was going next. It was very underwhelming. So one thing I would say about Los Angeles is, it's on your bucket list. I feel like it was on mine.
Yeah.
Get on your bucket list, come out and see what it's all about. Get to see the Hollywood and all that goes along with it, the Hollywood sign. But
Walk of Fame.
I would never go back, honestly.
I
would never pay to go back at least.
It was it's been a lot of bucket list things.
Windsurfing out here.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's been a lot of bucket list things that we've checked off our list. So yeah, that's been fun, but I don't know.
I would love to hear anybody's opinion on that's come out to Los Angeles.
Maybe we just didn't know all the right spots.
Look at that skate park.
Oh my gosh! I don't know if you can call it
it's
a
like
park.
It's like
one ramp,
one half pipe. But anyway, it is. That's where we should have taken pictures. We've been trying to find a place to take pictures this whole trip and this whole drive down the coast, and we haven't found one yet. Might have to come back for that later, but. Los Angeles, it was kind of sad, honestly, because there's so many famous people that live out here. Hollywood is not far out of there. You have a lot of professional sports teams out here, so money is being generated, and it's very sad because the homeless problem was just absolutely insane out here. It was insanity. Mm-hmm. Everywhere you went, it was like tent city. There was, and you honestly, you were lucky if you had a tent. From what we saw, most of them were just curled up on the sidewalk somewhere. One of them was sleeping in a grocery buggy that they found, and so it was very, very sad. It reminds me, one of the reasons why we do what we do in the business and kind of just growing and kind of furthering our future, because you try to change your family tree, and I feel bad because there's no telling what those people grew up in, and that's what I ask myself when I see homeless people like that in a city that is. There's so much room for growth and prospering. What did they grow up in? What kind of foundation do they have in their lives? And I think that's not an excuse. I don't know. It could be used as an excuse, but you got to take that and grow, and you have to take that in. There's been plenty of people that have come out of nothing, dirt poor, living in third world countries that have made something out of themselves. So that's not an end-all, be-all, but it makes me just think, how much better do I want to set up my my family tree and provide a better future for my kids to grow up in. And that's, I don't know, that's a big reason we do the business and we do the podcast, is help other people out there that are trying to strive and grow in the world of entrepreneurship. And it's a tough ride. We were sitting here, we've had a lot of discussions on this 5-hour drive of just business, and so if you all have followed in, there's a lot of new listeners that's joined the show recently, so thank you for tuning in. I did a little kind of recap of who we are about, I don't know, 2 or 3 episodes ago, so go check that out if you want to kind of get the full recap. But Savannah works outside of the business, the day-to-day business at least. So if you're married and you run a business and you own a business, you run it together whether you know it or not. Even if she doesn't work in the day-to-day, she is a part of the company because she sees the stress that I bring home and all the stuff that goes along with that. She sees the money and everything that goes along with that. But she works in her day-to-day, and she has her own career outside of the business as a nurse. And we just had discussions about what does her future hold outside of in her working career and field, and where do we want to take. We don't know where our future we want to go yet.
Well, yeah, and especially, with a growing family and trying to decide what the future holds for me and the business as far as my job versus, I don't know, we just lots of good chats about where we kind of want to take it in the future and what we think, because it's going to be here quick.
Yeah, it's coming up fast. Baby Jack, I don't even know if we said that, but on here yet, but we're having a boy, and his name is going to be Jack William.
Yes,
and
Jack Jennings.
He will be born, estimated arrival of September the 5th, 2022, on Labor Day. So that is coming up very, very quickly. If you're listening live, I think it's less than 4 months? Something like that? 5 months? 4 or 5 months? Something around there.
It's 21 weeks.
We were thinking the other day, he's officially been in her longer than he's going to be in her.
Yeah.
That's kind of
we're closer to meeting him than when we found out.
Yes. He's been in there
There's a bunch of weird ways to word it.
He's been baking for a while.
Yeah. We have less time left.
Until we see him.
Yeah.
Then since we've known he's been in there. But it is coming very quickly. And we were just talking about what does the future hold, because I know there's a lot of guys that listen in that are young and starting families or looking to start families in the future, have young kids and have wives that work outside of the business and that work in the business. And I mean, obviously the ultimate goal is to get Savannah to stay home full time and work in the business as much as she wants to, but not have to work in the business if she doesn't want to. And it's going to be a very weird thing for me, like getting to the point where I open up and share literally everything. Where like we would tell her whatever she wanted to know now, but she has her own career, so like that's not what she comes home and thinks about every day.
Right.
But in the future, we would like to, obviously, like we said, get her out of her nursing job every day. Maybe her work part time, just if she wants to continue. And there's a lot of risks that are involved in that, and that's the thing that we're kind of having to grow through together. I mean, wouldn't you agree that?
Yeah, because
there's two things. There's not two things. There's a couple things that go into this whole process. And when you're married, and so when your spouse has a W-2 job and the other one is an entrepreneur, there can be some real hard times when it comes to discussions that have to be had and just what each other wants. And everyone has different mindsets. And it's not to say that one is wrong or one is right or one's better than the other. But for me, I want total freedom. And that's how my brain works. It is, I want to control my own time. I want to be able to go on a vacation when I want to go on a vacation. And we were sitting there talking about just
look at that.
Wow, yeah, that's crazy. Crazy waves coming in off the rocks.
Really pretty area.
This is one of the most beautiful drives. Aside from Hawaii, this is the most beautiful drive
hard to beat.
that we've taken. We're right on the coast here, heading up to San Francisco with the rocks, and it's crazy. Like
sunset, kind of.
Yeah, the sun's starting to go down. You go off in that, you're not coming back in one piece. But back to the entrepreneurship mindset and
the freedom.
The freedom, yeah, that's where we're going. Is I want total freedom for us to do whatever we want. And we were actually just looking at like dates that Savannah needs to ask off for the summer, and she's gonna have a hard time getting some of those off. And like that just makes me it infuriates me that we don't have that we're not to that point yet.
Yeah.
to where she can just say, screw it, I'm not going to work, and we're just staying home. And we're in that season where she needs to be where she's at, and we haven't grown the company to where she can totally work in it and stay home all the time. And we're getting there. That's the process. That's the journey.
Right.
But we're not there yet. And the thing is where I was going with this is risks that are involved.
Yeah.
There are a lot of risk involved, and it's scary to someone. It's not to say it's not talking down on her, but it's more scary to you, I would say. I mean, are you right? For you to make that jump than it is for me. For
100%.
me, it's just the way my mind works.
Well, because I think you have
quit,
two
we'll figure it out.
types of people, right? That, well, I enjoy my job. Like, I do like it. I worked hard to get where I am. But, I don't want to say have no problem, but you strive for that freedom. Like, you love that. You do not mind taking on the responsibility. Like, that is an easy trade-off for you. Me be responsible and take on this in order to have freedom? Absolutely. Not that it's not worth it to me, but, like, I show up to my job and I do it because I like it and it's something that I enjoy and I get paid to do it. And then I leave at the end of the day and that's it. I'm done thinking about it. I don't have to. I come home to you and we do our thing, and that's where my job ends, when the minute I clock out. And there is a part of me that likes that. Like, I enjoy getting to leave that there, come home. It's very steady, like another plus to that is, work. We've done multiple podcasts talking about work fluctuating for you and income and how that looks different for us. And that's something that me personally, like, I like having my job for lots of reasons, but I know we're going to have a very steady income in the winter, no matter what you make.
I know she's in a very job secure field. I mean, in nursing, like, she's not going to get laid off. And if for some crazy reason she did,
it would be not hard
she
for me
would
to
go
find
get
a
another job the same day.
Yeah. But we just, I don't know, like, there's pros and cons, and there's things that you love about, your job, and I love too. It's, you getting to take off for every single doctor's appointment that we've had has been awesome. Yeah. And you will get to take as much time as you physically can once he comes, and, like, that's amazing. But then there's trade-off, like me not getting to get off a random Monday for a trip or whatever in the summer, but that just comes with the different types of jobs. So I don't know, I enjoy this. Jeremiah can't stand it that I can't get off or whatever, and that I have to answer to somebody, because that's your thing. I think you don't want to have to. I
don't want somebody telling me when I need to be at work. Right.
And you answer to your clients and your customers for sure.
Yeah. I don't want one person telling me. I have like 85 of them telling me when they need to be there.
Right. But you enjoy that, and you're willing to take on that responsibility, and that's just something that doesn't really appeal to me as much, which is I don't think there's anything wrong with.
Well, and it's just the fact that we're still young. We're just like, I mean, we're less than most of you listening in, probably.
Yeah.
Most everyone listening in is a bigger business and makes more money than I make. I'm just trying to grow a company and do it the right way and try to help anybody else out there that I can. But we're also in that point where we're trying to create passive income. We're trying to create other sources of income, generate other fields of income. Start another company is hopefully coming here in the future in the next couple of weeks. Hopefully, we hope to be starting that up. And when we're still in the beginning stage, it's just like we said. Like, I have that mindset of that's fine. Like, I'm not worried about the money. Like, we're going to figure it out. We'll create that. We'll start the company. It'll grow. It'll prosper. We'll work hard. We'll stay up late. And it's just the unknown that I think gets you. Yeah,
and I think that's also just, we joke about, like, or I joke about, like, my Enneagram and personality traits and stuff like that. And that's just very much me. I am willing to help you, and I do enjoy, talking about new business ventures and starting new companies, all those things. But at the end of the day, in the back of my mind, I know I still have my job, and I know we're going to have a guaranteed paycheck. So it is hard for me to think about letting that go, because then we totally are like, it's us, and we got to figure out how to make it work. Yeah. So it's a total leap of faith,
especially when we have a new kid coming.
Yeah,
you got a baby
especially
coming
with a
in
baby.
4 months. It makes
it's not just us
easy.
and the dogs. It's a baby that is dependent on us and making.
But it goes back to mindset. To me, that's the whole reason you do it.
Yeah.
Like, because we have a baby coming.
You're
like, that's the whole reason, is because you don't need to go back to work and spend 8 hours a day, 5 days a week away from him. And
No.
that's just the things that come along.
Right. So that's been a lot of our discussion is what's worth it and what's not worth it. Is it, worth it for me to give up that security of a paycheck and us work a little bit harder, make some cuts, be a little bit tighter maybe, but have that time at home and be able to help him. So.
And I would love to hear from anybody out there if they have that conversation.
We're just making this transition. Like, I feel like this is such a stage of life that we're not familiar with. Yeah. After having a baby and transitioning from working, maybe going down to a single income. I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah. It's a lot. And I would like to hear anybody that's done it and maybe some advice or just how it's worked for you and kind of what are some of the things you've implemented to keep a good, healthy marriage, as Savannah points out of Starbucks here.
Sorry.
She's excited.
We're 5 minutes from a Starbucks.
So. But anyway, that is all topics that we were talking about and conversations we're having. And
brainstorming.
It honestly is a great transition into Together in the Trades. And that's something that I've been wanting to talk about, and kind of one of the reasons we want to do this podcast with you on here is we're like, what are we, a month and a half away, 2 months away?
Yeah.
So it's still a little bit away, but it's really not. Like, you need to be getting tickets. You need to be booking your rooms because that's going to be a really fun conference. It's going to be a really fun time to hang out. And we'll just be honest, that's one of the things that we're struggling with Savannah's job is it's going to be hard for her to get off to get up there early to hang out with everybody.
Yeah, we love to get up there like early Friday, and I don't know if I'm able to, that's one of the things. Like, I don't know if I'm able to get that Friday off. So.
Exactly. And
I don't know.
So what is Together in the Trades? If you haven't heard already, it's a marriage conference for couples in business together, and it's essentially how to run a company without getting divorced and trying to keep a healthy marriage along the way.
Well, not just not getting divorced, but having like a successful, prosperous marriage.
How to keep a healthy marriage.
Yes.
And that's what the goal of it is. And it's put on by Caleb and Brittany Allman and Brian and Liz Fullerton. And we were honored to go last year, the inaugural year.
Oh, yeah, I loved it.
Going back this year, and we're going to have a small part in it, not a big part at all, but we're going to have a small part up there. And it's just going to be a really fun time getting to hang out with everybody and meet new people and grow their relationships, because along with like having a healthy marriage it's so important to have a healthy relationships and friendships with the people that are in your
community.
In your community, but also just like owning businesses. Yeah. Because that's something that not a lot of my friends have. We've actually recently met a guy and his wife from our church, so we joined a small group, and he owns his own he owns two companies actually, and like we've already hit it off more than I have with anybody else because of that exact reason. Like we can talk about that and all the things that go along with that. And his wife is actually in the nursing field, so her and Savannah can talk about that stuff. Yeah, medical field.
A little different, but
working in the hospital.
Yeah,
will eventually. I think, but anyway, what I was talking about is the friendships there, and that's why Together in Trades is so important, because not only are they business owners, but most of them are people in the green industry, and that's a really unique thing that is unique to our industry. I think I don't know of anybody else who has conferences like we have, live events like we have, the expo now Equip in October. Like those are all huge things that you can only do 2 or 3 times a year, but they're so important to go make those connections. And it's the power of social media is kind of grows those friendships and relationships, because even though you only see them once or twice or 3 times a year, you can connect with them on social media and continue to DM back and forth, text each other, call each other whenever you need. And social media is just a powerful thing in that. And because just like personally myself, I've created a decent friendship, I would say. I don't know if he would say the same thing, but with Luke of Liberty Lawns out here in California, we're actually going to get to meet up with him and do a podcast here hopefully this week while we're out here. And without social media, without Instagram, that stuff never happens. And it's just a crazy, crazy time that we live in. Elon Musk just bought Twitter. It's crazy to see where that's going to go. Like free speech is restored, hopefully.
Well, just this whole thing, but I'm going to loop around what you're talking about. Being able to link up and get these relationships, and it kind of allows you to meet people that maybe you didn't know were somewhat near you. Because like Jason 100%. And his wife, I didn't even realize they lived that close to us, and
Jason
we
Krill
talked
lives
about
3 minutes away from our house.
But needing to go to dinner with them and just talk, because they've been in it longer than we have, and we could learn a lot from them.
Yeah.
But no, I feel like part of Together in the Trade, just this whole thing is being able to network for you guys also, but also for like the wives and together in the trades to be able to come together and just kind of talk about it and us get that side of it, because we don't get that as often, and just be able to build relationships.
And I think that's what Brittany and Liz had in mind when they kind of pitched this thing to Brian and Caleb, is that thing of, you have GIE, you have LAO, you have all these things. That's where the guys go and do. They all geek out over equipment and have a good time and hang out and go out afterwards and drink a beer or whatever you do. You all do that, but there's nothing for the girls to do. There's nothing for the wives, and that is huge. I mean, and we've kind of gotten to grow a friendship with some other people in our industry that you've kind of gotten to talk to and hang out with when we've been places together. And it's really just, it's the social media thing, everything together in the trades in general has just been cool, because like I was saying, Jason and Tracy live 3 minutes from our house, but that we've hung out the most with them 12 hours away from us. In Tampa, Florida. So it's been a really fun time getting to like meet everybody and learn and grow along the way and see how the community is growing. There's a lot more to do, but by having these together in the trades type things, it's allowing us to grow more and more every single day. And I just think that it's a wonderful opportunity for everybody to meet, network, hang out, and just obviously just grow your marriages and friendships and relationships, because without that stuff, you're just going to struggle. You're going to struggle in business. Mm-hmm. You're going to struggle in life, not having anybody to talk to these things about or talk to about these things. And I don't know. I just wanted to do a little free plug about that. But it is, we're pulling up on our house here. We finally arrived at our destination. We literally waited until like the last minute to do this podcast. But
again, the thought was to start it when we got on the
thought was to start 2 hours
ago.
Nowhere
to start.
Maybe have the longest podcast in Growing Green history. But
oh gosh,
that did not. It is not going to happen today. But what else do you want to talk about here to wrap this thing up?
I don't know.
I told you to come up with ideas.
I know, and I feel like we talked about because we were talking about everything that we were talking about, and then also together on the trades. I don't know. You got anything big? Anything exciting? Kind of really. I mean, I feel like I say you're gearing up for the season, but I mean, I guess you've started it. But my sister's walking up to the window. But you're about to, I mean, would you say you're already in the full swing of things?
Oh, yeah, season is here. Guys are home mowing right now. You did a really good job of just keeping that going for the last 30 seconds.
Yeah.
Most people couldn't do that.
You're welcome.
Never. I was testing you to see if we were going to have radio silence or not. But
no.
You did a good job.
I'm learning.
Yeah, you're getting there.
I'm learning.
Might have to return you to the show a little more often.
Oh, my gosh. Well, Hype House really helped get me into it.
Yeah, it is. It's fun, isn't it? I mean, don't you like this stuff? I think.
Yeah.
And as a listener to podcasts, I enjoy when couples are on, like when husband and wives are on.
Oh, yeah.
It adds a new perspective to things. Like, y'all don't want to just listen to me sit here and talk every time. Like, it just we talk about more in depth topics, and I mean, today hasn't been life changing by any means, but it's just stuff that we're going through. It's real life things that we all deal with,
and stuff we could, get people's thoughts on that have done it before us, and maybe.
And it's just a lot of stuff we get in here and talk about is like, I just want to put the content out that we're going through because I know there's other people going through it.
Yeah.
Like if I'm going through it, I know there's at least 10 to 15 to 20 more.
Yeah. Well, and the whole thing is also, I mean, you do this so that we can help each other. I mean, you put stuff out there for guys that might be a little farther behind you that if you can help in any way, but also we put things that we're going through out there to say, A, hey, you're not alone, and B,
give us advice.
Help us.
Like, help me through it. Yeah.
So,
I learned
part
from
of the
guests we have on
community.
the show.
Yeah.
And it's just it's a really fun time getting to do this, and I don't take it for granted because without this, I wouldn't be near as in touch with the community that I think that we are now.
Yeah. Yeah. It's definitely opened doors for you and just allowed you to like meet people and get better at something you enjoy doing.
I'm just a very social person. Like it gets old like talking to the same two people. Not to say those two people are lame, but I like meeting new people. I like meeting new people and doing podcasts and just hanging out and growing relationships.
Yeah. I thought I was a social person until I met you.
Yeah. You're the most introverted person ever.
That's not even true, but you make me look antisocial.
If we're ever together and y'all meet Savannah, please run up and like scream in her face or something,
Oh my gosh.
she'll literally like run away.
That's not true.
Yeah, it is.
I'm a very
And if y'all-
outgoing person.
I thought you just said you're a berry.
No, very.
That's what you said.
No.
No, but if you do meet us together in the trades, if y'all are making a trip up there, and Brian and Caleb, y'all owe me some money for this free advertisement that we're giving y'all. But
You
anyway,
literally said free plug.
no,
It's
it
a
is.
free plug.
I mean, yeah, it's. I guess we'll make it.
We
free,
just love
but
it that much.
That's
you
right.
don't need anything.
That's right.
For
I don't
this.
need any kickbacks. It's just I'm just really talking about what we do like. But if you do meet us there, Savannah will be nice and pregnant.
Yes, I will.
So we might have to.
Nashville in June. The end of June.
Yeah, literally, you're like what, a month out? No, 2 months out.
We're like a month. Like
You're 2
if
months.
it had been a month later, we might have not been able to go because he gave
Yeah.
us the travel deadline. So
Yeah. So
we'll be there.
about 2 months away. We'll be
Yeah.
there, and I don't know. It's gonna be fun. I don't know what we're
It
doing
will be
Friday night.
fun.
What are we doing?
Well,
They
we'll
said
probably
something.
be driving.
No, you'll be there.
Oh,
We'll be
okay.
there.
See, this is your mentality.
We'll be there.
You
We
can't
will
get off.
figure it out.
Nope, you're not working.
Yeah,
It's
we'll
fine.
figure it out. But what are we doing Friday night? They said on the last. I don't know.
Yeah,
on their preview show,
they threw
Brian
out
and them.
ideas of stuff. I don't.
We were gonna go
know.
line dancing, and I'm praise God, Caleb and Brian shut that
I would have
down
paid
because I would not
a lot
have
of
gone.
money to see you line dancing.
I would not have done that. Not at all.
That would have
But
been great.
I don't know. We need to wrap this thing up. I don't want to keep rambling all night long. But
Yeah.
just for real, these are the things that we're going through. We're in a fun stage of life.
Yeah.
Jack's on the
We're
way.
very blessed.
We're very blessed. We're blessed to be able to do a podcast. Thank you all for listening in and all the new followers that are coming in. I hope you do enjoy the show. If you do, leave the ratings and reviews for us and let us know the things you like about it. And shoot me a DM on Instagram. Tell me what we needed to get better at and if we need to bring new guests on and what topics need to be discussed. Because we're always looking for that. We're always looking to bring out the best content that we can and stay relevant and put out things that you actually are going to learn from. Because without that stuff, this is all pointless. Like, we want to add value to your life and your business. And I hope we can do that in some way, shape, or form. But we're blessed. It's fun stage of life that we're in. I hope there's other people out there who are in that stage of life or have just come out of it or are going into it that we can all relate with and we can get advice from and we can give advice to.
Yeah.
And just take it and grow and learn and help each other along the way. But together, for real, we made jokes. Together in the Trades in June. It's the last weekend of June, right? The 20th?
Yes. I think it's the 3rd. Or maybe, no, the Friday's the 24th. So,
Yeah,
like the 24th or the
25th. 25th. That's Saturday.
I can't remember if it went to Sunday or not.
No, it's just Saturday.
Okay.
So we're doing something Friday night. We'll be there hanging out Friday night. Saturday the 25th. You do need to show up. If you're anywhere near there, and even if you're not, you need to fly. You need to get the flights in. Claim it on your business. It's a business trip. I mean,
It's
we're
an
not.
investment.
Yeah, it really is an investment though. Like, people make jokes about it, like, oh, it's a business trip. This is an investment in your company because you can have a quote unquote successful business. You can make a lot of money, but if you don't have a successful home life, then it's not going to be fun, and it's not going to be fun. We've learned that. We've had times where it hasn't been fun in business because our marriage hasn't been good, and we haven't even been married that long.
No,
We're still learning.
Say, we're like 2 years into this thing, and
yeah, I know. We have so much more to go, but goes back to the reason we're so blessed because we have this foundation. We have these people that we can talk to and be friends with and hang out with that we're just learning from every single day. So you need to get out there. Nashville, Tennessee. TogetherInTheTrades.com is where you can find your tickets. There's room blocks on there. Everything goes along with it that you need. You can find from there. And you just need to take it and run with it and spend the money. It is an expense. It's an investment. It is
an expense.
No, it's an investment, and it is an expense. Like, there's some costs involved to going. I think it's $200 a ticket, and you got rooms and everything like that. But it will pay off in the long run.
Yeah,
it will pay off in a year. In 6 months after that, you won't remember that money you spent, but you'll remember. No. I still remember topics we talked about last year.
Oh, 100%.
And the speakers they have coming in are great. Of Enneagram people coming in. It's not just them getting up there rambling, and it's just going to be really fun time. You need to get out there in Nashville, Tennessee. Got any questions that we haven't answered or you can't get a hold of anybody else, let me know. We'll try to get them answered for you. Let me know if you're coming. I'm excited to meet some new people and meet the people that we saw last year.
Yeah.
I know a lot of other people. Jamie and his wife are going to be there, and they're coming.
Oh, good.
I think so. They just had a baby.
Yeah, I was about to say, didn't they have a baby?
Yeah, they're going to be there, and there was Supremescapes, and then there's a bunch of other ones coming. I don't know if Andrew Martinez and them are or not, but Anyway, we'll see all y'all there if y'all are coming. Again, thank you for listening to the show today. Savannah, thank you for joining us.
Absolutely. Thanks for
gracing
having
us
me.
with your presence. It's been a fun time.
Yeah.
Thank you all for tuning in. We're about to unload here. I don't know what we're going to do tonight.
Hopefully get some dinner.
Yeah, hopefully go get some dinner. Maybe go watch the Giants game. I don't know. It's only we got time. We might ride down there and check it out. But been a really fun time. We're enjoying our time out here in California. Guys are back home working, crushing it. Thanks to them. Thanks to Ben for running everything. If you are listening, Ben, don't run the mower off the side of the massive mountain you have to cut this week. But anyway, thanks for tuning in, and we are looking forward to catching up with everybody here on the next episode.
Thanks for tuning in to the Growing Green Landscapes podcast. We know you have many other podcast options to choose from, and don't take it for granted that you chose to spend some time with us today. You can connect with Jeremiah Jennings at Growing Green Landscapes on Instagram or use the link in the show description. Don't forget to smash the follow button on the podcast and leave those 5-star ratings and reviews. We hope you crush it in your business and hope to catch you on our next episode.